Today we're going to look at how to break down a counterpuncher. Now, all the players that I coach always come back after tournaments and say they lost to a counterpuncher, or actually they use the word a hack or a pusher. And generally what that means is that the player at the other end gets a lot of balls back, makes a lot of balls, and it makes it really hard to actually beat them because they very rarely miss. So what I sort of talk about with my athletes is counterpunchers are a kind of style that like to play very lateral. So if this is the counterpuncher, they want to play a very lateral game. They want to keep the ball in the court, and generally what they will do is they'll play a lot of cross-court based ball. So they'll hit cross-court, use the biggest margins of the court. What we want to do is we want to make sure we take the counterpuncher away from what they do really well. So some of the advice I give with a counterpuncher is there's two ways to beat them. One is if they want to play a lateral game where they move side to side, rally, keep the ball in the court, what we might do is we might actually channel the middle of the court. And what that does is it takes them away from actually playing a lateral game. So we take away the angles, we take away the width of the game, and we play very linear. So it's a linear versus lateral game. So I'd try and play them very linear in the way that I play them. Okay, that would be the number one thing. The other thing is counterpunchers love to rob the ball of speed. They want you to play really powerful game so they can use your ball speed to generate power. So the other advice that I do give a lot of players is if they want speed, let's take the speed off. Let's slow the game down a little bit at times and make them generate their own ball speed. And I think if we can learn to do a little bit of that, we might be able to get the ball or the aggressive ball that we want, because they won't be able to generate as much speed and they'll put the ball a little bit shorter than normal. The other thing that I do look at with a counterpuncher is on serve, they don't usually have the greatest serves. So what we want to do is we want to expose them off that first ball. So if we can attack their serve, whether it be their first or second, depending on the player we're playing against, it's really important that we take the serve and take advantage of that and really get in control of the rally. So looking to really expose off the serve. So all in all, when we're thinking about counterpunchers, we want to take them away from what they do really well. We want to expose them in areas that they're not good at. What they do well is lateral. What they do well is using the ball speed that you have. And what we want to do is take that away from them. Okay, so really importantly, first thing is don't get scared off by what they can do. Try and expose what they can't do.